Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Telepathy.
Welcome back. I know that we said that we were back to in-person episodes, but
But we are, in
Enzo's
fact, back to
currently
online.
we're currently 5,000 miles apart.
Yes, and also 6 hours in time zones apart.
Yeah, Enzo's in Italy right now. Wait, so it's like 10:35 for you and it's 4:35 for me.
Exactly, yeah, it's like 10, yeah, I don't even have the time, but like, yeah, it's 10 p.m. And it is pretty late, but, still in the grind, still in the podcast grind, of course.
Yeah. So this episode is going to be, I mean, it's not necessarily going to be a short episode. We'll see how it goes because we can talk for so long and it doesn't.
We'll find a way to make it 3 hours.
Yeah, like we could be saying like, because our original plan was to make just like a short 20-minute episode, but then knowing us, like it'll probably just end up being the same length. So
Exactly, and like everyone just look at the title real quick and just like appreciate it, or like, can we just take a minute to like process like what just happened?
Like, oh my gosh.
Like,
Oh
I know,
my
I feel like I
gosh.
started this really calm, and then I like forgot like what we were about to talk
Yeah,
about. And now I'm
me
like
too.
kind of I'm suddenly like re-dying and like reliving the
I
moment,
know.
even though I didn't even like live through the moment. I kind of was like
No, like
disassociating so bad.
I know, I hate it because like I feel like it didn't happen, but we'll get more into that in a second. First, do you want to give us your camp question?
Yes, okay. So I'm coming up with the camp question today, and okay, so name, age, and I guess like go to outfit at the moment. That's like kind of random, but it was like the
Wait,
first thing that came to my mind.
this is really good actually. I have something to talk about. Um, Name, Anna, age 20. And so I just started an internship like 2 weeks ago, and it's the first time I've had to actually dress like business casual. Um, so I've been kind of like trying to find my style in the business casual world because I feel like a lot of business casual clothes are kind of ugly. Um, so like not necessarily ugly, but like stuff that my mom would wear or like I don't know. Not that I'm not.
No,
I
no,
know.
no. Okay,
I
yeah,
know
I
that
know
my
what you
mom's
mean. Like
listening to
not a
this.
diss towards your mom, but like I know what you mean.
Just not like, yeah. Okay. Anyways, so, but I I got this pair of like linen pants, and they're like just the beige colored, like cream colored linen pants, and I've been wearing it with like a tank, not a tank top, but like I guess a tank top, not a crop top though, but like a tank top, and then a like a white button up shirt, but keeping it unbuttoned. And I actually wore that today when I had to do something quick for work earlier, and I wore that today, and I was like, this is my favorite outfit right now. And now I feel like I just really like that kind of minimalist style where you kind of have like a few staple items that you wear in different ways. Um,
Hmm.
so now that I kind of know that I like that style, I'm gonna go to H&M on Monday because I'm going to the mall with my friend, and I'm gonna look for more stuff like that. That are kind of like the button ups and the pants and stuff.
The new renovated H&M is like really good. Like they like renovated it or something.
Is it just one floor, or because then
Yeah, it's still one floor, but it's just like it's more organized now. Because I feel like before there
okay,
was like clothes on the floor everywhere. This is like very
yeah.
subjective to the mall near us, so ignore this like side conversation. But yeah,
Well, the H&M in Savannah is like 3 stories, and it's the biggest H&M ever,
wait, that's so cool.
and it's really nice. Um, but like I haven't been to the H&M here in so long.
You should do another like fashion video because I remember when you did the one. I don't know, you
Yeah,
did some sort of thing, but if you did like a business casual video or just
yeah,
like how to dress for different scenarios, like that would be so good. I would totally watch that.
yeah. I was thinking about making one of those because sneak peek, guys. I am gonna start uploading regularly again. I actually have a plan. Like I have it planned out. I'm gonna upload every Wednesday and then every other Monday if I can keep up with. I don't know why I'm like already starting with the possibility of multiple
Oh,
uploads
wait,
a
two
week.
times in a week?
Well, every other week
Oh
it'll be
my
two
gosh.
times, but we'll see.
Oh, wait, that's so fun.
Yeah, but I'm excited. Like I actually am in the right headspace to like start filming again. So I'm excited.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, what's yours?
I genuinely, like, even if I didn't know you, I'd watch your videos, but name Enzo, age 16, And then my go-to like favorite outfit at the moment kind of is jean shorts. And like I used to be a huge jean short hater. I don't know why, but then like I got a pair and I really like them, and just like finding like a really flattering pair for you, I think is
Yeah.
like once you find the pair, you're like, okay, wow, I love these. And then I love wearing it with like a ribbed cropped tank top.
Hmm.
Like cuz I just love the material and it's like super comfortable. So I
Yeah.
just love that a lot, and like it's super like plain, I guess, cuz there's no designs, but I do like little accessories like jewelry or like sunglasses and stuff
Yeah.
to kind of enhance it and make it more like fun.
I got these I guess actually speaking of H&M, I got these earrings um at H&M. So I got my second piercing like a few months ago over spring break, and I got this like set of earrings from H&M that are kind of smaller, and there's this one that I love, and it's kind of like a thick hoop, but it's not a hoop, it's like half of a hoop. So it kind of looks like it's a hoop. I forget what they're called, but they're the ones that kind of like hug around your earlobe and it looks like a full hoop, but it's really only cut in half. But I really
Oh
like
yeah, I know what
I
you're
really
talking
like
about.
wearing it. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I didn't have anywhere else to go with that. I don't know why I kept talking.
Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting. Like, we're like talking so normally right now, but then I keep forgetting like what
This
this is
is
about. Like, I know I already said that, but
I know.
like I keep like reliving the shock of it.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh.
But before we get into our week recap, make sure to like on Spotify go to like the little Q&A like poll thingy and put in what your go-to outfit is, because
Mhm.
we love reading those. So
Yeah.
just had to remind you to do that.
Yes. Music shout out of the week. As
Oh
if
my gosh, I forgot about that too. I don't have my little note with me because, oh my gosh, this is actually kind of funny. So there's the Wi-Fi only works in like one spot in my Nona's apartment.
Mhm.
So my phone is currently in the living room, where like that's the only place where the Wi-Fi works. And then I'm in like the bedroom,
Yeah.
like with my AirPods, because it like reaches far enough. So I don't have my phone with me, but it's kind of
That's
funny how
so
the little
funny.
setup that we had.
That's really funny. Yeah. Do you want to do your music shout out?
Oh my gosh, I can't look at Spotify.
Oh, wait. Right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be hard. It's okay. Wait, do yours and I'll like try to think of it.
Okay. Um, let's see. Besides Declan McKenna, let's see what else I've been listening to this week.
It's been like hard to listen to him after like the incident. I'm just kidding, not the incident, but just like it's
Oh,
been so surreal. Okay,
wait.
just go. Sorry,
Have you heard the new Pink Panthers song from the Barbie album?
I don't think so. I saw it because
It
I was
just
looking
came
at
out.
the track list. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I've been like,
it's really good actually. Yeah, oh, and Doja Cat came out with a new song today. I just listened to it. I didn't love
oh,
it, but I don't know.
by the way, Barbie World by Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice comes out June 23rd. Everyone be ready to stream.
Oh, and that's in the Barbie album, right? Oh,
It
right,
sure
right.
is.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. But yeah, the one with Pink Panthers is really good. Apparently Charlie Puth helped produce it.
Wait, for a Pink Panther song, that's so like surprising.
Yeah, I think it was like Blood Pop, this one other person, and Charlie Puth that were the producers. But it's
Oh, that's
actually a
cool.
really good song. And I've
I love how you to clarify it's a good song because Charlie just
yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, it's actually a really good song. No, but I don't even really listen to Pink Panthers, but I liked it. Okay, did you figure out yours?
Yes, but it's really random. But
Okay.
oh, I guess this is also like a movie shout out. But I watched The Sound of Music
Mm.
like before leaving for. Oh, did I mention like I'm in Italy right now? Like as I said, like I
Oh
was at my
wait.
nonna's apartment, but
Well, we said that we were like six hours apart, but I don't know if we ever said that you're in Italy. I
yeah, I'm
forget.
in Italy, Italy.
Italy.
I'm also recording on a different microphone. I'm recording on my camera microphone, so if the audio sounds different, I apologize. But yeah, I'm at my nonna's apartment right now, and but before leaving, I watched The Sound of Music again, and like
Such a good
it's just
movie.
so good,
It's
and
like
I've been like obsessed.
it's like seriously one of my favorite movies, but like I always forget about it.
I can't express the love that I have for this movie,
Yeah, me too.
but specifically the song Maria, the one that all the nuns are singing.
Yeah.
Something about it is like it just brings me so much joy, and I just love that song.
My favorite is the yodeling song, like the puppet show.
Oh, the puppet show.
That's like the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Like nobody ever talks about how impressive it is that she's doing the whatever the word, like
Yeah.
the yodely, that part. Like,
Yodelay,
she did
yodelay,
that.
yodelay, yodelay, yodeloo. Such a good song. It's just such
So
a good
good.
movie. Should we do a week update?
Yes.
I love how we are already probably at like the 20-minute mark.
We're at 11 minutes and 40.
All right, guys, halfway through the episode.
No, nobody knows how long this is going to be. We'll see.
Yeah.
Or I guess you can like look at the timestamp right now.
Yeah. So, week update. Yeah, I started my internship 2 weeks ago, which I guess have we not filmed in 2 weeks?
I guess not.
'Cause we recorded-
Maybe, I don't know.
We recorded one ahead of time, so I guess it has been like
It
2
has been a
weeks.
second since we recorded.
Yeah, so I started an internship and it's really fun. I won't like say what it is, but my position is like graphics and social media. And for the social media portion, last week we went to like this indoor skydiving place and we got to like do indoor skydiving and like a ropes course and zip lining and stuff, and it was really fun. And it was my first time doing indoor skydiving, and I didn't think I was gonna do it because I'm like not the type of person that does that type of thing, but it was fun. I don't know if I would do it. I mean, I would do it again, but I also kind of freaked out halfway through. I didn't jump from a high place. I just like you just walk in the door and then there's a guy like holding on to you the whole time, but I felt like my neck was going to snap, so I asked to go out.
Oh my gosh.
And you can't actually like speak in there because it's too loud. So you have like hand signals. So the hand signal was like to do a thumbs down if you want to leave.
Wait, that's funny.
But you would like it. It's like 1,000 hair blow dryers blowing at you, and it holds you up. And then they have like hand signals to tell you to like straighten your legs or like keep your head up or whatever.
Yeah, I've yet to do anything skydiving related.
Yeah, it was fun. I would definitely. I mean, I would do it again, which is surprising because I thought I would really hate it.
Yeah.
Or maybe my memory was fading because after I got out, I was kind of freaked out.
Just like the adrenaline of it. You're like, I think I enjoyed this.
Yeah, I don't even remember. So, how's your week in Italy been?
It's been so fun. We've had lots of good food. Done lots of just like hopping around from places, lots of active stuff. We've been walking a lot and visiting with my nonna and stuff. But I guess, wait, when was the last time? Okay, yeah, the last time I recorded was like during exam week. And I think you had just started your internship, but also a little bit of backtracking. So I did really good on my exams. I was like so happy about that. Like I
Good.
kind of like devoured my math exam, which was so unexpected. And it was like exactly what I needed at the very end to like push my grade to be where I wanted it to be. So I was like so glad about that.
Yeah, and you sent me the thing
And honestly, like-
of you like manifesting your math score.
Yes, I like manifested. I was like, I'm so thankful I got an A on my math final, and then I did. So thank you, universe. So that was good. And then, yeah, of course, we saw Declan McKenna. That was, of
right.
course, a huge week thing.
Why did I totally forget already? Even though that's what the episode is
No, I know.
about.
We keep forgetting that the episode's literally about this. And then every time I remember, I, like, go back
Yeah.
into just, like, shock.
Okay, so should we do like a story time?
Yes, we should start at the very beginning.
Yeah, let's start. Sorry. Let's start.
Let's
Wait,
start
hold
at the
on. I
beginning.
have
Very
a
good
cold.
place to start.
I have a cold, so I was
Don't
trying to sing that one note, and like my voice apparently doesn't do that note right now. So that was okay. Let's start at the very
A
beginning.
very good place to
You
Wait, why is that,
start.
like, literally a Sound of Music reference? Like, that was so, like, we're so good at this.
So, like, how far to the beginning? Like when we first started listening to Declan McKenna?
Oh, I thought it was going to say, like, 2 o'clock, like, when we got there.
Well, okay. I think we can give a little background. So,
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
In 2020, I started listening to Declan McKenna, and like the annoying indoctrinator I am, I started making my brother and then Enzo and Carolina listen to it or listen to him.
Yeah, we were indoctrinated.
Yeah, but in a good way. And
In a good way, yes.
and then like he became like the soundtrack for all of the trips that we went on over quarantine. I'm making it sound like we were like world travelers during quarantine and like spreading
I
germs
know,
everywhere.
guys. Yeah, we're super spreaders going everywhere around the world. I'm just kidding.
But we just like,
We like rented a house basically, and it was just our family. And like we literally just like sat outside
yeah,
and just like listened to Declan McKenna.
yeah,
Like that's the only way I can describe it.
yeah, exactly.
And then also like with our Enos and stuff, we would go like put our
Yeah,
Enos up a lot just outside in our house,
yeah, we would do a lot of like outdoor social distancing activities. So
featuring Declan
yeah,
McKenna
featuring
with
Declan
on a
McKenna.
speaker in the background.
Yeah, exactly. So here's a few more backstories. So during 2020, his album Zeros came out, which was his second album. And we watched, like the day it came out in September, we watched his Zoom performance,
Online.
like a Zoom concert online, or it was just like a live streamed concert. And we did online school together the day that it came out. I remember that. And like,
That was such like a rare aesthetic.
and
Like I
we
remember like
remember we both wore our NASA shirts that day.
yes, I was just about to say
Really?
that.
Telepathy.
Yes.
Why did I know you were just about to say that too?
No, me too. I was just like, okay, like I kind of like the reason why I was kind of and then you started talking and I just paused and I
Yeah.
was like, we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
So
So also, the day before the album came out, I had entered this contest online to like
I forgot about
win
this.
a Zoom meeting with him. And I didn't think I was gonna win. So anyway, I almost didn't sign up for it because I didn't think I was gonna win. Because they were choosing like maybe, yeah, they were choosing maybe like 20 people to go on a Zoom with him, and he was gonna like do a Q&A and then play a new song from his album. And I signed up for it, and then like a week later, I got a DM from the platform running the giveaway or whatever, and they were like, "Hey, you won the giveaway," and I was like, "What the heck?" And I was like so excited. And there's a video, there's like videos of me in my room with like a laundry basket set up with my computer and me just like in a Zoom call with Declan McKenna. But they didn't even call on me to ask him a question. So, anyways, then 2 years pass and he announces his like Zeros tour. And we were like, oh my gosh, we have to go see him. And we went to see him in Atlanta. But of course, Enzo's sister, Carolina, instead decided to not go because she had to study for her like organic chemistry test. And
That is like self-discipline right there. I would never.
no, I was like, how, like, that's very self-control, self-discipline of her, because I literally could not do that.
Yeah, and the funny part is like so Declan McKenna is obviously a UK artist, and so we thought, oh my gosh, he's coming to the US. Like this is like the only chance to see him, like once in a lifetime opportunity. So like Atlanta is not close to where I lived at all, or where I lived. Still live there, but yeah, it's like not close at all. So we drove like literally like 8 or 9 hours. The traffic was so bad, and I like missed school and stuff to go see him the first time. I also got like deathly ill after the concert, but that's another story.
Also, after the concert in Atlanta, so we went with my mom and then Enzo and my brother Kirk, because my mom's also a big Declan McKenna fan and she has like a shirt.
Shout out Kelly.
Yeah.
We need to give Kelly a shout out after you like accidentally dissed her business casual fashion.
Yeah. So then,
Oh wait, is it okay if I say your mom's name?
oh yeah. So then, as we're like walking out of the concert in Atlanta, we see some people like crowding to take pictures with him, like a few people lining up, and we were like, "Oh wait, maybe we should line up to take pictures and try to meet him." But then we were like, "No." And we were like, "I don't know how long it's going to take." But I had like
In our defense, it was a long day. Like we had been
Yeah.
driving the entire day and like waiting, so
yeah,
we were like exhausted.
exactly. And I had seen people posting pictures with him like throughout the tour, so I was like, I feel like we have a chance of meeting him, but we kind of just like collectively decided not to. But then, like, as we were leaving, I was like, oh, I feel like this is gonna go badly. And then that night, I looked on his tagged posts, and like some people had posted with him, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was like the worst feeling. I was like, oh, we just like missed our chance to meet him, probably ever. And I was like, it's okay, next time we'll try to do it. But I didn't know how long next time would be. I was like, it's probably gonna be like 5 years.
Spoiler alert, it was like 5 months.
Literally.
No more than that, but like
Yeah.
it was.
Do you wanna
How
tell
long
the
was it?
next wait, October to
Okay,
June. Like 7
however many
months?
months that is. I'm like brain dead right now. But okay, so then he announces the big return tour, which honestly we kind of thought like, oh, is this gonna be like a new song or like maybe he'll release like an EP or an album or something?
Yeah, I really thought he was gonna release a whole new album.
But I think it was essentially like a Zeros like 2.0 tour kind of.
I still don't understand
I
why
don't
he
even know.
did it because I mean like it I mean like I'm fine with it, but also it's just weird. I mean, I know that he was gonna be here for a lot of music festivals anyway, but like still, it's just funny.
Yeah, but he did play like a new unreleased song. But yeah, he announced that tour and he was coming a lot closer this time. And Anna was going to be
Like a
home and it
lot
was like,
closer.
exactly. And it was the day of my last exam. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. So we get tickets. And also, I guess another important detail to mention is that like Anna was like, oh, there's a VIP option, but it was like what, like $40 more or something, right?
It was no, I think it was like $70 more. I think it was like 100 or 120.
Oh my
And
gosh.
the tickets we got were 30.
Yeah, I was telling Anna that like me and Kirk, Anna's brother, had been to that venue like many times. And I was like, I've never seen like a VIP thing there. Like it's probably just a joke. Like we'll be fine getting like general admission, which like honestly kind of a mistake, but like it ended up working out.
Well, yeah, I
So
don't regret it really because like I don't really think anything would have been better at Barricade. I mean, I don't know. It is nice to have something to lean against, but also like the VIP people got like this merch bag, but it was all just really ugly and I wouldn't have known what to do with it. Sorry, Declan McKenna, if you're listening to this. But the
if you're
socks.
listening, I'm sorry, but the people were saying that the tote bags were bad quality.
What if he does listen to
All the love in
this?
the world to you. What if you listen to this? Oh my
Because
gosh.
Because sometimes I search Declan McKenna on Spotify to see if there's any like podcasts about him, or not podcasts about him, but podcasts with him.
Hmm.
And what if yeah, like what if he finds this?
Declan McKenna, if you're listening to this, one, we love you, and two, like DM us and we want you to be a guest.
Oh my gosh, wait, that would be amazing.
Like I just
Wait,
had to say that. Like we literally like would make such a good episode with
what if
you.
we,
Like
oh my
it would be
gosh.
such an honor.
We should like, once we get a little bit bigger, we should actually try to do that.
No, there's so many guests that I want to have on, but I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a long shot. Which we need to draft our email to our special someone.
Yeah, we do have a special guest trying to be in the works, but we don't know if
Guys, it's a
she'll
long
respond.
shot, but if we get this to work, like my life would be over and I would cry
Yeah.
of happiness. But anyways, so we were kind of stressing about like what time to get there to the venue. But okay, do you want to keep telling this part?
Oh, okay. So,
I kind of was like, I'm bad at this.
okay, so for the week up until the concert, we kind of kept talking about like what time we should get there and trying to figure out like what would be the best time because we wanted to try to get Barricade, but also we didn't want to be too early. But also we just had no way of knowing. Um because so when we went to the Atlanta show, we got there at like 4:30 or 5 to the line, which like partly was just because you guys had to drive so far and you got there. Like
Yeah,
that's
there
just
was
the
like
time we
no way we
got
could have
there.
been there any earlier.
Right. So we when we went to the Atlanta show, there was already such a long line and we were kind of shocked because I don't know, like there was just such a long line already. Um so we were like, okay, this is our second time doing this. We need to do it right. So we kind of decided to get there around 1:30 or 2, but by the time we like actually got there it was more like 2:40ish. 2:47 to be exact.
Us being late as usual.
Yeah.
But we weren't actually late. We were actually super early, but we were later
Yeah.
than we had hoped.
So we get there and we see like nobody in line and we're like, "Wait. hold on, are we the first people here?
We're actually the second people in line,
Yeah.
but still,
Or
still cool.
I guess we were actually third because those two people were separate.
Oh,
There was
right.
the
Because there
like
was like,
boyfriend and girlfriend, and then there was this other girl that was there separately.
yeah, okay, so I guess we were like third.
Yeah.
But like when we got there was like nobody there. Like it was like crickets, like
Yeah.
just picnic benches. Like there was no like line yet.
And then, I mean, it worked out perfectly because right after we got there, literally this other group of girls walked in right behind us. So we beat them by
No, they were like 3 minutes. They were like 3 minutes. I would give us the credit.
Yeah, no, I think like the girls that
Oh,
were
maybe they came at the same time as you. Okay, you guys had dropped me off and then went to park.
oh, right, right. They came the same time that like the rest of us came back from the car. Um, yeah, I forgot that you were in line earlier. And then this other group of girls with their mom came. I'm not making fun of them having the mom because like we went with my mom last time. It was just
Yeah,
like a few
exactly. And like
things.
moms just love Declan McKenna.
Yeah. It was just a few things that happened that like anyways. So
if you're listening to this, no hatred, no shame, no shade.
yeah. So we get in line and we claim our spot, and then we like just kind of sat on a picnic blanket for a few hours, and we got to hear him do sound check, which was really awesome.
The sound check, I was so like disassociating during that. We were like playing cards. And I was just like not processing the fact that like, oh, like we're listening to Declan McKenna right now, but that's like Declan McKenna singing.
I know. I was just like casually still playing cards, and I just wasn't really freaking out that much, and I felt like I should have been like reacting, having a bigger reaction. And then he played his new song, so we got to hear that during sound check. And then we like set up a shrine with because I brought my CD to get signed, which was I mean it's already a signed CD, but I bought it online, and I wanted him to sign it again because I thought it would be funny. And then Kirk brought a picture of him that he had on his photo wall. So we just like set up a shrine on our picnic blanket, and then yeah, it was really funny actually. And then like more people started to show up slowly but surely, and we started feeling really territorial because we were like, we need to make sure that we claim this spot because
No, and like okay, here was like the tea sort of. One of the other groups, they had like set up in the shade, but they had come after us, or they had came after us. Wait, they had come. Oh my god,
Yeah.
me forgetting grammar. They had come after us, and they like set up in the shade, but like the tree was like further ahead than we were, so they kind of like set up in front of us, and like kind of throughout we were like, okay, like if you want to be in the shade, that's fine. But like as we got closer, we're like, let's be clear, like we were here before. Not
And, like-
why are we getting territorial? It was actually
and like
kind of
well
funny.
yeah, and like throughout the day I kind of thought that we had an unspoken agreement that we were still first. But then like whenever whenever we would kind of move, the mom would like try to kind of like make sure that we didn't cut in front of her,
Yeah, but I was like,
even though we were there first.
oh my gosh! And at one point, so I was like starting conversation with like the first people that had gotten in line, and I was like, oh, what time did you guys get here?
They were really nice. All of the people in front of us were really nice.
Yeah, and so the one couple was like, oh, we got here like 12:30, and then the other girl was like, oh, I got here at 2:30, and then oh my gosh, why am I like literally sharing this? Okay, no shame. Like if anybody's listening to this is no shade. Like I'm just telling the story.
There's no way they're gonna find this.
Okay, true. So then the girl in front of me was like, okay, yeah, I got here at 2:30, and then the mom was like, yeah, us too. And then I was like, yeah, we were like 2:40, and then I kind of paused and like I don't know why I kind of thought about our telepathy episode about confrontation, and I was like, I was like, I turned to her and I was like, wait, you said you got here at 2:30, and she was like, yeah, and I was like, I was like trying not to sound like a total bitch, but I was like, oh, like I think we got here like before y'all. Not me saying y'all being the East Coaster that I am,
East
being the
Coast
Southern that I
Southerner.
am. Let me not like expose our location. But then she was like, oh, I don't remember. And then I like turned to
Yeah.
the girl who was in the front of the line, and she kind of made a face, and I was like, okay, so the girl in front like can vouch, like we were here before.
Yeah. as long as like we tried to get on the side of the people in front of us because they could like stand up for us because they know. We had to make this whole scheme of how to like assert our dominance. I love how we're talking so much about this part, but it'll be like a nice suspense until we get to the meeting Declan McKenna part.
Right. I need to clear storage on my camera, so keep talking while I do that.
Okay. Um so we had to like find this scheme to assert our dominance in the line because we were starting to be like, okay, the group in front of us could make or break the fact if we get barricade or not. So we had this plan where we had like this sounds so stupid, but like we had this code word that we said around like I think it was around like 5 o'clock. The doors opened at 7. And we had this code word, and when we said that code word, Carolina and Kirk would grab all of our stuff and bring it to the car, and then me and Enzo would go up to where the stairs were to like kind of get in front of the group that was in front of us that wasn't supposed to be in front of us. So then we did that around 5 o'clock, and that's when that happened where Enzo was asking the mom like what time they got there. And then eventually around like 6 o'clock, people started forming a line for general admission and then a VIP line for the people who bought VIP. And we ended up getting our well-deserved spot in the line of general admission. Like we were second in line. It was just that one couple that was in front of us because one of the daughters of the mom, she kind of like stood up for us and she was like, yeah, they got here before us.
Oh, yeah, because she kind of like moved out of the way and was like, oh, y'all can go first.
Yeah. Which
Once again, being the Southerners we are. But I was like, oh my gosh, queen. And her outfit was also so good. But yeah. Because, okay, like we weren't trying to be those people at the concert that were like, well, we needed our spot or whatever. But like, it was kind of like, okay, like we got here like, not gonna lie, like a good 5 minutes before you guys, but like
yeah, we worked for the spot and we just wanted to earn what we had worked for.
And like it'd be one thing if it was like 2 people, but it was like a mom and then like
it was
4
like
other
4
people, so
yeah.
we're like, let's not like make or break barricade, which
we didn't want to risk it, which you can tell this
incoming antagonist, the VIP line.
And this was the point where we were like, man, we should have just gone with our gut and gotten VIP. But, I mean, it is whatever.
I know, I'm so down for being like, oh, the VIP is nothing. Like, it's just going to be a random, like...
yeah,
because,
no. I mean, well, like, most concerts I've gone to, they let the VIP in at the same time as general admission. It's just, like, a shorter line. And you have a higher chance of, like, getting in without having to wait for so long. But let
for
the
this
entire...
one, it was like a...
They let like the entire 50 people of VIP get in, and a few of the people in the back had like just gotten there, and we were like, oh.
It was like so painful to watch, but also like they paid their money. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
but
I honestly like
there.
Yeah, I honestly don't regret that. I mean, like the whole point was just to be able to like meet him, so
it ended up being completely fine because of what happened after the concerts.
Yeah. And during the concert it was like so good, and even
oh my gosh, this is like the most I've ever disassociated during a concert. Like
I know
I was completely like not real, but then
and
like,
I also just
end,
didn't feel very good because it was so hot
awful
in there, and I felt it wasn't like it wasn't even like I felt bad because we had been out in the sun all day. Like I felt fine going into the concert, but the inside was like hotter than the outside, and it was just like it was also really
it was
loud.
burning up in there, and it was just like really chaotic.
Yeah,
and like we had been like waiting for a while, so
yeah, the openers were really good too. It was the Oracle sisters.
Yes,
from
and
we
met them too after kind of, and they were really nice.
Yeah, so
or
after the show,
like kind of we did, but
sort of. Okay. Well, now let's talk about after the show.
So the show ends. It was amazing. During British Bombs, one of the encore songs, Declan McKenna comes right to like our side of the stage, and it's like literally 2 feet from us, and we're like, Oh my God, that is the closest we've ever been. So we leave and then we go outside and we parked the car like really close, thankfully, because we got there early. So I went back to the car. Wow. I went back to the car to
The
get my
car.
camera to the car deck. What do you think about the car? No regrets for going back to the car to get my camera. In fact,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
so glad I did that.
and I had to go back and get my CD, which I'm glad I
Oh
did that
yeah.
too.
Yeah, so then we went to wait. And like, I mean, how long did we wait? Like,
It was really only like 45 minutes or an hour.
it
It was
wasn't
like
bad.
it didn't even feel bad because we were like everybody in line also with us. There were maybe like, well, at first there were like 7 other people, but then in total it ended up being maybe 20 people or 15 or 20. Do you think?
Hmm. And shout
Um,
out Lauren and Coral.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and Audrey. We love Audrey too.
Yeah, and
We
Audrey.
like met some really cool people there and just like was, chatting it up. And then also like the openers were coming and like loading their gear and stuff. And
Yeah.
like the lead singer like gave us strawberries. He was like, "You guys like strawberries?" And we're like, "Sure." And he like gave
Yeah.
us strawberries.
It was so funny because like the Oracle sisters, they started coming out and they, well, we were like cheering for them every time one of them would come out, and then at one point I was like, "You were really good" to the guitarist, and he said thank you. Um, yeah, and then the lead singer came out with like, I didn't have one of the strawberries, but they were, somebody said they were like half frozen.
No, that was me. They were like really cold, but they were like so good.
Yeah, so like that's such a rare aesthetic that nobody's experienced. Just like the lead singer of the Oracle Sisters giving you a carton of strawberries. So funny.
Me eating strawberries given by the lead singer of the Oracle Sisters
Yeah.
after literally like, oh my God, I was in so much pain though. My body was like dying. I was like losing
Mm-hmm.
my voice. Like I was just like dying, but I was like
Yeah.
so excited to meet Declan McKenna. And then he finally comes out after, I think, yeah, like 45 minutes.
Well,
And he's in
also
his
like,
pajamas.
well, also before we kept wanting to take a picture with the Oracle Sisters or like uh one of Declan's bandmates was out there and we kept being like, should we go take a picture with them? And then eventually this one guy was like asked us to move the line to a different place. But yeah, then he finally came out. You can pick up your.
Okay. And what's funny is we were like, oh my God, we don't know what to say. Like, we're going to be awkward. Like, I've never met like somebody famous before.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, as soon as he came out, something just like clicked. And we were literally
Yeah.
not like performing,
No,
but
no, yeah.
we all like
It's so
contributed
true.
equally to the. But Kalina literally just walked in. We were all contributing equally to the conversation. And like, there was nobody that like spoke less than the other, like, nobody that got a chance. Like, we were all like
Yeah,
equally talking. And
it
it
was
was
so
really
perfect.
funny.
And the first thing, so Lauren and Coral, who were the friends we made in line, we let them go in front of us. We were technically first in line to meet him.
But we were just
But
like scared. So we're like, y'all can go
yeah,
first.
yeah, we were like, you guys can go first. And so then they went first but he kind of talked to them and us at the same time for a second.
I know I felt
Um,
bad. I almost like I didn't want to like take up their time, but like, oh my gosh, they
no, me
like were
too.
so chill with him. Like they were like, just you want to get a selfie.
Yeah, and I don't remember the first thing that he talked. Like, I literally don't remember the first thing he said. But so like the first thing I remember was Carolina talking about like the university that she goes to, which is like in the town that this concert was at. She was like she was like giving all these statistics about the university.
And he was like, oh cool.
Yeah, he
And
was
then we
like,
were all like
really,
laughing.
really. And then I was like, tell him this other statistic. I'm not gonna like say the specific one because it gives away like where we live, but I was like, tell him this. And then she was like, oh yeah. And he was like, wow, this is really interesting.
And then like it all flowed so naturally. Like we took the picture when it was like right to take the picture. I don't know how to explain it. Like it wasn't like
Yeah,
a force. It was like, oh, do you want to get a photo? And he's like, sure.
I
I was like,
know.
is it okay if I take it on my camera? And he's like, yeah. And like
No,
Lauren took it for us.
I literally don't remember smiling for that. Like, I don't remember that happening.
And the picture was like really chaotic. It was so like representative of like
Yeah,
our friend
and
group.
and
And like it was,
Lauren took a few pictures of us like chaotically trying to scrambling to like get in the right pose because we wanted him to be in the middle, but then for some reason it ended up where like three of us were on one side and Enzo was on the other side. So then we were trying to fix it.
And I had
Um,
like no idea like which way we were facing, so we were all like scrambling, and it was just like really
mhm.
funny.
It was really
Um,
funny. And he was wearing like pajama, like red checkered pajama pants, and then like a green corduroy trench coat.
we love. And then I think Anna started talking about how like she was on the Zoom call or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, cool." And then we were saying like, "Yeah, like we went to the Atlanta show," and then I was like, "Also at the Zoom show during quarantine, but like we don't talk about that
Yeah.
era." And he was like, "Yeah,
Wait,
like, uh,
I wrote down like everything that happened.
oh, okay, good,
We
because I feel like I'm
also,
missing so much."
yeah. So also, Carolina. So what I said, I was like, your music was so um influential to our friend group during COVID or something like that. And he was like, oh, no, thank you. And then and then Carolina started talking to him about the Spurs and Juventus because
Oh
Declan
my
McKenna
gosh,
loves the Spurs football team, and Carolina is a Juventus fan. So Carolina, I don't even remember what they were talking about, but
it was funny though.
it was funny. And then oh, and then so oh wait, oh wait, somebody else added two more things that I forgot about. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so Kirk asked him about um oh okay. Kirk asked where the glitter was, like why he wasn't wearing glitter, and he said he didn't put any glitter on tonight,
She
just
got
some
some
eyeliner.
eyeliner.
And then oh, and then we asked him about the next place he was going, which is also in the same state, and um we told him it's a cool place, and then he did a little shrug and he was like, "Oh, how cool." These are
That's
all
so
like the
funny.
most like nobody cares. Like these are the
Like
most normal things for him to say, but we're like, "Oh my gosh."
the conversation flowed so well, and like we are actually all doing so good because we were like so scared. And then I think Carolina said something about playing Basic Regurgitated, which is like kind of like an
Oh,
underground song, I feel like.
it's one
And
of
then I
his
was
like
like,
not as popular songs, yeah.
and then I was kind of just like, oh my gosh, I also love Mind, but do what you want. I was so like, let the
Mhm.
artist create the art. I was like, I
And he
love
said
Mind, but do what you want.
and he said he'd play Basic Regurgitated for us next time he comes to this city.
Oh yeah, he said
Um,
that in another 6 years or whatever, because it had
yeah.
been like 6 years since he had come to that venue.
Yeah. And then another thing, so then we kind of like we were like, "Wow, okay, nice to meet you. Have a great night. Have a great like rest of your tour or whatever." And then and then so also we were kind of like since we were only second in line, we were kind of setting the precedent for like how long this was supposed to be.
Oh, we took so long, and I feel so
And
bad, but I also don't.
but yeah, I literally
I'm
don't
just
feel
kidding.
bad because I'm kind of glad we were one of the first people because if we were further back in the line, it would have started speeding up and then we just wouldn't have gotten like, it just
We
worked out
took a
so
good three
perfectly.
minutes, and I feel kind of bad,
Yeah.
but also like I hope everybody in line understood that
Well,
like this was like the moment that we had been waiting for our entire
yeah.
lives.
Like how long do these things normally take?
I feel like normally it's like literally like 30 seconds to a minute, but we took like 3 minutes.
Also, though, there were like so many of us and we all had so much to say, but I don't feel bad about
True,
it at all.
it was like 4 people.
So, as if we hadn't already talked to him for long enough, we like left, we started walking away, and then it was Aubrey, right?
I think it's Audrey.
Oh,
Or wait,
Audrey, right. Yeah, Audrey. Or
okay,
yeah, Audrey. She was
shut up.
behind me. Yeah, and before he came out, Audrey she saw my little Sharpie marker and she was like, "Oh, can I use that like after you go?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So then we kind of left and then she went up to talk to him and she was like, "Oh, Anna, can I borrow your Sharpie marker?" And then I was like, "Yeah," so I gave it to her. And then we had already asked him for so much that me and Kirk hadn't asked him to sign our stuff. But then when I was taking so then he finished signing Audrey's thing and then he got the marker and then he's like he almost took it And then he was like, wait, whose marker is this? And then he like looked around for us, and then he saw me, and he was like, oh, that's your marker. And I just like, that was like the best feeling.
He like acknowledged you.
Yeah, him like acknowledging me that it was my marker. So then I was like, well, while you're at it, can you just sign my CD? And I was like, it's already signed because I bought one like during when Zeros came out, but I like wanted you to sign it again. And then he was like, oh yeah. And then I was like, and next time I meet you, then I'm gonna bring the same CD and you're gonna have to sign it a third time. And then he laughed, and I was like, haha. And then
And we were all like literally performing while talking to him. And then
yeah,
like as soon as it ended, we were just all like, wait, what just happened?
yeah. And then like then we finally left for good because we were probably being so annoying to the other people. And then like
Yeah.
we started running back to the car and just like screaming a little bit. And then when we got in the car, we like Enzo sent us the pictures that were taken, and we were just like, oh my gosh,
Like literally
this is
screaming.
so crazy.
Okay, Kiona's like yelling at me to like go to bed, and my camera's like blinking the red light.
Okay, but I think we're pretty much done. So
No, yeah, that was like good timing.
yeah,
So
that
moral
was
of the
like,
story, we're not okay.
I know, it was so surreal. Like I feel like that didn't even happen.
Like I could not have asked for like anything different. Like that was just like
I know
perfect.
it went perfectly. Like everything aligned perfectly.
And
Like
like even the photo being so chaotic was like so like
and the photo
representative.
being so good. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, that episode ended up being like almost just as long as the others.
I
Even
know,
though
I'm
we were
like
like, this is
my
just gonna
whole
be a
family's like
quick,
going to sleep.
yeah, this is just gonna be like a quick 20-minute episode, but it ended up being like the whole thing because we just know how to stretch out the most random details.
No,
Um,
literally.
but yeah, thank you so much for watching this episode or listening to this episode. Go follow our Instagram and YouTube and TikTok at the Telepathy Pod. And yeah, I think we'll see you next week, hopefully. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.